Hello everybody, welcome back to Movie Reviews, series number 4. Glad I got around to doing this series again. So anyway, what's the best way to what is the best way to open a good series? And I picked a very fantastic one. It's Ferris Bueller's Day Off from 1986. Produced, co-written and directed by John Hughes, starring Matthew Broderick as the lead character of Ferris Bueller, the high school senior who's a bit of a legend. Obviously decides to bunk school, obviously for a very nice day, summer's day, and obviously goes with a friend of his called Cameron, and I can't remember who the girl's name is as well, but they sort of like a few antics now on the day off with the deputy head of the school is chasing him or trying to expose him. Same with his older sister, and yeah, and it just turns into funny events. So Ferris Bueller's Day Off is, for what I've always heard, it is a great film. Everyone seems to love this. It's very funny. It's one of Broderick's better movies. It is. I mean, he's had a few. Excuse me, open a can. He's had a few films here, there, and everywhere, like Godzilla, Road to Wellville, and also like stuff like Inspector Gadget, and all that sort of stuff. Some stuff's forgettable, some stuff's quite good. Also Lady Hawk, yeah. So before Broderick started this, he started Lady Hawk, Richard Donner's Lady Hawk. That sort of gave him a little bit of attention, a little bit of mainstream success. I mean, this is all his second film, really, because he mainly worked in theatre. Obviously, he would have been in his 20s when he did this. And he actually plays Bueller very good. You know, it's that sort of manipulative but suave, sly type of style that he brings to the character. And I think so. It makes him sound like believable. He is. He's basically like a con artist, really, and goes into every sort of deed or anything like that, you know, just to get out of trouble or disappear as quick as he can before, all stuff hits the fan. So that's his character very much in a nutshell. He's got his friend Cameron, who is he's basically ill at the beginning and sort of drags him along. Takes his dad's Ferrari for the spin, and all stuff happens. Cameron, of course, is a bit he sort of starts to become sensible at the beginning, basically because he didn't want his Bueller to steal his dad's Ferrari, take him out, or go on adventures with him around Chicago. And obviously, as the film progresses more and more, he starts to enjoys it. He's starting to get, but I think as the film as well, like, he enjoys it, but also there's some repercussions as well that goes on, like he has a near-death experience because he nearly drowns, or something. He's in shock due to I can't remember what. I think it was they were running fuel or mileage, yeah, and he's in shock, and he just stays dormant for a good, I would say, about 20, 30 minutes in the film. And obviously he gets the revenge of his dad, who doesn't really like him much, and obviously kicks down the Ferrari and it gets destroyed, which is always the memorable scene of the film. That is all one of them. Yeah. Obviously the girl who I can't remember the name of, the sort of girlfriend of Bueller, I think. Yeah, sort of the girlfriend of Bueller that she sort of hangs around most of the time. Quite good. She's got an interesting character. Tries to join tags along with Bueller very much, and also tries to bring Cameron out of his shell. See a bit of fun side. But also, she's quite entertaining as well. The actress who plays her is quite entertaining, quite good as well. Speaking of memorable scenes, like the Ferrari, there is one little scene to do with the parade, very much. I think it was one of John Hughes' ideas. Obviously, it's obviously with Bueller, he basically sort of hijacks the Chicago parade, that was going on, and obviously he managed to twist and shout, which is a cover by the Beatles. However, the version you see in the film is actually basically twist and shout. They're not the usual twist and shout, but with a horn section. However, it doesn't really sit well with, in the film. And obviously, Paul McCartney himself actually criticised John Hughes for doing this, saying, if we had horns on it, we would do it ourselves, and so on and so forth. But it sort of works okay. Well, not really, because I've listened to Twist and Shout many times, and having a little brass section added to it, it has a jarring experience to it, but good. The style of the film, fantastic. Nice, good shots of Chicago in there as well. Basically, what John Hughes mentioned, I think in an interview when it was released, it's a love letter to Chicago. Obviously, there are other good films like Blues Brothers that are filmed in Chicago that are great. There's always great films showing Chicago, there is, and Ferris Bueller's Day Off is one of those. And it is good. It's nice, slick direction. John Hughes actually does a fantastic job with the direction, of course. Music is quite good as well. There's a bit of 80s pop in there as well. A little bit, nice bit, maybe a little bit simpler. The characters, of course, the deputy head, who I forgot the name of now. Very good performance. Always manic. It's a bit like, I don't know. He reminds me of certain characters, but therefore, we've got the sister as well. I can't remember the name as well. We have she's got she hates Bueller. Well, Bueller's older sister also hates his guts, and obviously tries to expose him. And so at the beginning of the film, then obviously sort of comes into her own and realizes, and obviously she starts to want him more towards the end of the film. Charlie Sheen's in this as a small cameo as a drug dealer, actually, or sort of a criminal drug dealer that Bueller's sister actually meets in the police station. Obviously, gives him advice and also tries, and he falls in love with her. Falls in love with him, which is interesting. And so forth and so forth. So, what do I think of Ferris Bueller's Day Off? Fantastic film. Everyone knows it's one of the best films from '86, along with other great films that will soon to come, and it's a good standout piece. It's one of Broderick's earlier movies, and I do think he's brilliant. When he was younger, he is good. Later in life, it sort of goes downhill a little bit. It depends how his acting works, but here he does spot on. He does. Same the other cast members who play his girlfriend and Cameron, and some of the rest, of course, are really good. There's good, funny moments in there as well. They make you laugh. It's nice. The story's good. It's a good mix of comedy, bit of drama, and a bit of romance in it as well, which is good. Nice bit of slapstick comedy humour as well in there a little bit. And yeah, just find it a great film. And everyone raves saying it is one of the best films of the 80s. Rightfully so. Indeed. So, that is my sort of, in a nutshell, review of Ferris Bueller's Day Off. And I'll see you for the next video.